The first law is books are for use. So if you go to the implications of this law, the first law of library science has some important messages for library work. Books are for use. So what it indicates, what it says, some of these relate to the location of a library is very important. When you establish a library in academic section or in a public library or in any kind of organization, so the location of library should be easily reachable to the readers, and it also implies its working hours. So it should be in a convenient hours of the readers. So in the at their reach at a very convenient location, and it is should be in a working manner. The hours of the library working hours should be easily affordable to the users. Visit the library in time, and they can spend with many time as they require. And the library building and furniture and is also very important. This law indicates books are for you indicates that library building and the furniture. So there should be appropriate facilities, adequate facilities to the readers, and a good building which can have air circulation and lighting and any other easily walkable to the readers, and the furniture should be easily comfortable to read and make. So there should be some good number of staff should be appointed in the library so that you can give a better service to the readers. So by providing all this, a good location of the location of library is working hours, library building and furniture, and a good number of staff to assist the readers to read the books. To entire management of the library should be provided as per this law. So this is what the first law says: books are for use. Then only you can make books to easily available to readers. So this is first law of the library science. Then comes every reader his or her book. So it means this law has many important implications for a library. The fundamental issue it reveals tensions, conflict between the cost of materials and the basic rights of all persons to have access to materials they need. In providing a library for use of books, one must be mindful of the fact that since no one individual or library can acquire all books, this responsibility needs to be accepted at the government level. Therefore, the second law imposes certain obligations on the state, library authority of the state, the library staff, and the reader. It's very important. So when there is a matter comes to the financial assistance of for acquiring all and giving all facilities to the readers to get books, so you should have some good kind of budget to the library. So it is a responsibility of the authorities or any organizations which has set up the library should make a good soundful financial assistance to the library, so that so easily every book can be book or resources for the library can be purchased, and it is make sure that available to readers. So this law says that every reader his or her book. It is a duty of the authorities to provide every reader to their required and needed books as per the institution established. They have to supply the books to the books and other reading materials to the readers. This is what the second law implies. The state for the readers. The third one is every book its reader. The approach of the law is oriented towards the book. As per law, every book in a library should have a chance of finding its appropriate reader and be useful to her or him. In other words, investment in unused books amounts to wastage of funds and must be avoided under all circumstances. The mission of any librarian is to build a well-organized collection of resources in order to maximize the chance that users will find what they need. The third law says that the resources look for users. In fact, the duty of a librarian is to help the library resources find a people who want and need them the most. So in your during course in your course we have a library classification, cataloging, and many other service-oriented aspects, selective dissemination of information, information sources and service. So we can take the help of classifying the documents. By classifying the documents, you can store the books in right directions. So by through cataloging, you can avail the readers to get his or her book in a very systematic manner. So in those days, now it is computer age, so we have open access cataloging reports. So by class, if you go to the university library or any other academic libraries, there you will find books in classified manners. All civil, for example, civil engineering books, from the basic concept to the at the existing concept, at present concept, you will find a books in a systematic arrangements. From the 0 to 10 like this, from the evolutions to till date, what all the development has taken place in the civil engineering, you will find books from the hierarchical system in a very systematic manner. So the librarian should provide the facility by classifying the documents and by giving the cataloging service and any other kind of a service to the readers. Make sure that library books should reach the reader in time and without wasting any much of the time. They should get the books. So the third law says every book, it's a reader. It should be reachable to the reader in time. For then only its books or purpose will be served to the reader, and their information needs to be fulfilled. So then comes save the time of the reader. Very important. So third law, the fourth law also pleads for open access systems in libraries. So if you go to the public library, there you will find books in an open system. So necessary steps to be taken so that there should not be misappropriate of handling books and other reading materials in the library. So it's the librarian duty should be given chance to readers to access any kind of books without asking and without taking much time. They need not come to you and ask the books. So this should not happen. It should be kept in an open system so that users can go directly and take the books. This will save the time of the readers by giving some classification and cataloging service. So users should be available. You should have a you should be given a facility. So just without your assistant, even users by seeing the cataloging and classification number, they should go to the rack exactly and get the books. It is available. So in such a manner, we should be arranged and maintain the library. That save the time of the reader. Time is very precious to the reader because if they only searching the for searching the books only, if they take whole day, then the purpose of the visiting to the library will not serve to the properly to the readers. Suppose if whenever he comes with the interest, you should maintain that interest of a reader. So for what purpose he has visited to library to read the books should be available in time to him so that he'll be happy and he'll get you can encourage him to read books in the library. So that is what the save the time of the reader. So the fourth law applies. Here you can, so in this law, it indicates indirectly that you have to adopt and apply easiest method, and any technological assistance need to be given to the readers. You should apply them in the library so that the purpose of the reader should be served in timely. So what kind of information he need should be supplied within a time. So if you say that it's time, he will make use of the time and he give the best result in society, or in other terms you can say. The final one is a library is a growing organism. Let us try to analyze these implications and try to understand the guidance we can derive from the fifth law is a solving problem presented by the dynamic growth associated with the library. Library is a growing organism. As I told you, from the societal requirement days, how they started information, storing the information, and now it is at this point, there are growth in the collections as the knowledge increasing and many publications are coming, new technological advancements is taking, new kind of services are emerged in the society. So library should be ready to give all kind of growing needs of the society and the readers in time. This is all about the library is a growing organism. The collection also is developing day by day, every year. So you should have a proper space in the library so that you can accommodate new collections in the systematic manner, where sometimes readers need the old one collections with the new one. So you should provide, your library should be able to provide all kind of services. When there is a so when digital library arise in the society, the librarians have made a space separate space for the with the computers, with the help of the computers. They have given separate space for the digital library. Like this, now barcoding system is also available. RFID tags are available. Radio frequency identification. So there you can find your required book in a very systematic. You cannot suppose a book is misplaced. If you attach the tag, RFID tag to the book, using the device you can locate the books in time where it is misplaced. So such a kind of advanced services also you should adopt in your uh, library. So with this library is a growing organism. It continues, so give the service to the society. Okay, so in the first block, library and social information social perspective, we have studied the library society, the concept of establishing library in the society and the characteristics of the society and the need and requirements of the society, how library should supply the needs and develop needs and requirement of the society. Then again in the society, the new institutions like a public library, types of library, public library, academic library, the national library with the national interest. So providing and maintaining the resources and useful information related to the nation, public library, and serving the society in a large, from children to the age old people, all kind of students and variety of books and different kinds of walks on the peoples. They are maintaining the collections. Even they in the public library, a blind student can also come. He wants the information. You should available. You should provide an appropriate resources. You can say braille literature also should subscribe in the public library. If you come to the academic libraries, so school library has its own functions and its own objectives, and the academic college libraries, they have their own kind of functionality and availability of resources. So if you come to the research oriented institutes like universities, there so mix culture of readers. So research are also available and the students are also available. To meet the needs and requirement in the academic libraries, you have to give this opportunity. In the digital library, the digital type of collection should be provided and maintained in a systematic and library library should be maintained all kind of electronic resources in the library. So then comes the virtual libraries and hybrid libraries. So at the end, there are and again institutions evolved in the society, emerged in the society to supply the needs and requirement of the particular persons, organizations, or society. The some institutions specifically working for some specialized information, so that we have studied in the information institutes. Then comes the bylaws of libraries and the fourth unit. Here you will go in all bylaws you will find exactly the library functionality from that day to till today. The bylaws are very useful for a librarians. At the end, I would like to say that it's a librarian who should be very active and in a possessive nature, that he should be ready, he should be eager to learn new things and new technological advancement coming in the society, in the industry. He should adopt and supply. The very important thing is he or she should maintain the reading interest of the librarian should develop the reading and the study importance, develop the reading interest and keeping the interest of the readers. Should maintain his library systematically. He should be soundful with the knowledge. He should be very advanced in a manner and adopt new technological skills in the library, so that readers will be attracted to the library. And you have to enhance the reading capability of the readers and their interest also. With this, we will conclude here the first unit. So tomorrow we'll start with another library and information centers management. So after studying this, so we'll go to the next library legislation. Library and information related legislation. If possible, we will go to the resource sharing. Is very important. So when you resource sharing and library network and library and information professional and related agencies. After that, we'll go to the library and information centers management and other related subjects in the library sense. Dr. C. Krishnamurthy will also take library classification, cataloging, and some other important chapters, sources of information and services. So shall we stop here and continue tomorrow with the library legislation subject?
Right, sir, as you wish.